Absolutely.
Mike McDonald saw something earlier. If you notice, he brought a lot of slot pressure with a spoon.
Yes.
Even Warren.
Yes.
They brought that pressure, and Drake May, it got to him because when he wasn't expecting pressure, they brought it. When he was expecting pressure, they backed up out of it. And what it caused him to do is make some errant throws when he had guys open. This game should have been over a long time ago. Sam Darnold did not play his best ball. He left some plays on the field, Ocho. On the third down, he missed Cooper Kupp. Jackson Smith and Jigba should have walked in the end zone at that post. He was late.
Yeah.
He threw it on his back here. Great jump by Gonzalez. The ball was late.
No,
if he throws that like he's supposed to, that's a walk-in touchdown. But anyway, they win it anyway, 29-13. Ocho, what did you like about what you saw from Seattle from start to finish?
I mean, start to finish on defense. I said it from the beginning. The games like this are won in the trenches. It starts with the defense. Listen, offense, it puts butts in the seats, but defense wins championships. And that's why the game was won tonight by Seattle. I think offensively, Seattle didn't do much in the first half, but hell, neither did the offense of New England. They didn't do anything. The game was close enough, and they've had opportunity. Drake May and that offense had opportunities to make it a game, but they just couldn't do anything offensively because the defense plays so damn well. I'm not sure who the center, the guard, and the left tackle are for the goddamn New England Patriots. They need to get into the weight room this offseason. They need to get into the weight room this offseason. I even tweeted I tweeted at halftime, at the half, if you're going to do anything outside of the quick game, play action or 5-step drop, you need to help the left guard. You need to help the center in the best way you can because they are getting obliterated in anything outside of 3-step drop. And listen, offensively, the Seahawks didn't get going. They had a play here and a play there, and things didn't open up until the second half. And they ran away with the game.
Yeah. The thing is, it's hard to go play. The thing is, Ocho, they couldn't run the football. And once you can't run the football, because their corners are really good, they're going to break on anything underneath. And they know you don't have time to throw it deep. So now you're up against it. You're right. That left side of the line for the Patriots is not very good. Will Campbell was a high draft pick, and I don't know if it's injury, but he has a problem with speed guys, and he has a guy that converts speed to power. Because if you look at him, Ocho, when he sets on the bull, the guys still go by him. I'm like, well, hold on. You just said heavy. You know he's going to come with the bull, and he still runs you over?
Yeah, you got to anchor down. I don't know
and that's what I'm saying. The Ocho, he anchored, and he got to do some squats. He got to do some squats. He got to do some power clean. Because right now, they going through him like foreign water through a tourist. And I'm like, bro, you got to get stronger. It's not good enough. He's a liability. Your left tackle is supposed to be one of your best players, one of your two best players.
The best, huh? The best. Your left tackle is your money position. It's the quarterback's blind side. That's why they make the most money.
And look, I understand that he's a rookie, Ocho, but if you look at him since he got back, now he played much better. And I'm going to say, you know what, Ocho, a lot of that might have to do with injuries because he did have a lower leg injury.
Yes.
But boy, these playoffs were not kind to him because everybody got an opportunity because all these games are televised and there's only one going on at a time. And so you can see just how bad he was. And he was a liability. He was their worst offensive lineman, followed closely by the left guard. You can have one because they work as a unit. The offensive line is never one. But when you got two of a five-spoke bike, it's gonna make you look bad, Ocho. It's gonna make you look bad.
Not only that, not only they couldn't hold up in pass protection, but the fact that you couldn't run the ball, and that makes you one-dimensional. And when you're playing a defense like that is really good at all three levels. Hell, the funny thing about the Seahawks, you didn't even have to blitz if you didn't want to, because your back end is just that goddamn good. But they decided to blitz and make Drake May uncomfortable, and they got to him. They got to him almost every time, and the time that they didn't, when he was expecting a blitz and didn't get it, the goddamn throws were airing.
Yes. Because that's what you want to do. You want to speed him up. You want to make him think that we're coming when we're not, and you want to make him, well, they're not coming and we are. And if you notice, they're blitzing speed guys. So the distance, the time he timed it, Spoon was timing it up perfect. He was timing it up perfect. I mean, he was hitting the line on a dead run. And boom. I give Mike McDonald, he pitched the game. I thought Clint Kubiak called a great game. You see the run. They stuck with the run.
Yeah.
Stuck with the run. We're not going to get away from it, even though we didn't get, you stopped us in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Yeah, we only got 2 yards, but I'm not abandoning it. I'm not going to put us in a situation where we just throw, incomplete, and the defense is, now your offense is right back on the field. I'm going to take some time off this clock. But the first half, this game was all about K9. He was sensational because at one point I think he had the same amount of yards by himself as the team had, because that was it. I thought the Patriots did a great job on JSN. I thought they did a great job. Gonzalez took him some, and when they didn't have him, they did a great job of rolling coverage and having people up underneath him. They did a great job on him, but it was just too much firepower by the Seattle Seahawks. That defense is as good as advertised, and when the Patriots couldn't run the football, they were in a heap of trouble because they could get there with 4, and when they brought pressure, they got there every single time.
Hey, they goddamn. Hey, there was some bright spots for the New England Patriots.
Where were they?
Obviously,
the uniform.
I mean, Christian Gonzalez. I'm just saying. I mean, from an individual standpoint, I think if I'm not mistaken, he only allowed maybe 2 completions tonight. He had a lot of pass.
That deep ball to Rashid Shaheed.
The timing was impeccable. Impeccable timing, almost like that Pat Surtain play. If he had maybe another step, he could have almost picked that off. Damn near.
Sam Darnold probably.
Remember that Pat Surtain play when Pat picked it off
against Green Bay.
Jumped over the Yeah.
Sam Darnold's probably thinking, now if I throw the second ball like I threw the first ball, that's a touchdown. Because if I put that out there, he runs up under it. This one, if I take a little off it, I overshowed it. But I understand. He's like, man, as long as I don't make a mistake, they can't beat us. They can't consistently go up and down the field and beat us. And I thought he made some plays, but I thought early on he left some plays on the field. That third down play to Cooper Kupp, you stay on the field with that. JSN is out, stay on the field in that. The touchdown, that double move that JSN had on Gonzalez. Oh, that's a touchdown. That's got to be a walk-in touchdown. You got to put that in front of him because there ain't no safety there. Ain't no safety there.
The time was off. I'm not sure why the time was off, but the time was off. I'm not sure if he had pressure, he had a hand in his face, or whatever it may have been. That's one of those. Once you hit that back foot, the ball's gone. The ball got to be gone.
Because first of all, I already know this. He's not bumped, so his timing is not going to be. And if he bumping once he gets past the 5 yard, it's going to be PI. So your timing is not going to be impeded. So all I got to do is, Ocho, I'm in the shotgun. So once I take them 3 steps, that ball gone. Because I already know. JSN got a clean release. There is no safety in the hole. That's a walk-in touchdown.
Hey, exactly. All you got to do is put your ball put your body between the defender and the ball, and you good.
Oh, he got it. He got it. Oh, because he I don't know how he run it. I mean, he running and do this. I'm like, hold on, man. All my knees. I left ACL, MCL, PCL, UCL. I left all that on the field.
Yeah.
But give Seattle credit. And the thing is, once they got past the Rams, I mean, think about it. And this is another indication that Drake made that Matthew Stafford should have been the MVP because he threw for damn near 900 yards against this team with no picks. Yes,
twice. And the funny thing too about it is the Rams' offensive line is much better than that of the Patriots too. So he was allowed the time to be able to do so, as opposed to the Patriots, whose offensive line was shaky all season long. That's what they talked about, because they were winning.
He dropped 42 on them, and then 28, 27 in 2 games, and had 13 tonight. Well, Seahawks is good. Do we know who won the MVP yet, Ocho?
I mean, I'm not sure.
If K9 get it, I mean, they can't get to everything, but give it to the whole defense. You can't give it to the whole defense. Maybe K9, for me, it'll be K9 or Spoon.
Right.
K9 or Spoon.
I think Kenneth Walker kind of set the tone for.
It'd be crazy if they gave it to the punter because he kept him pinned down.
Yeah, he did.
He put that thing. He put it out at the 1. He put it at the half. He put it at the 5.
Yeah, it should be K9. I'm happy for Sam Darnold.
Yes.
I'm happy for Sam Donald on his journey, how everything started, being the third pick in the draft, obviously going to the Jets, things not going well in Carolina, things not going well, in San Fran, and finally finding the destination. Minnesota, I'm sure Minnesota got to be kicking
Oh my
themselves in the
gosh.
play. Got to be kicking themselves, and you know what? I'm not sure who makes the decision makings over there. Obviously, you understand the purgatory situation that they're in at the quarterback position, and to see Sam Donald go over to a place like Seattle, where the structure, the environment it's a winning organization, and finally get what we all dream
Hmm.
of. We played the game for one reason, that's to win the championship, and he got him
He
one.
did. He did. Sam Darnold, 19 of 38, 202, one touchdown, clean game, no interception. He was sacked once. Kenneth Walker, 27 carries, a buck 35. They didn't turn the ball over. 32 carries for a buck 41. No receiver went off. They were not going to let JSN beat him. They were not going to let him go crazy.
Yeah,
But that defense,
crazy. Crazy. Listen, they're not the Legion of Boom, but they're not too goddamn far off. That's why the moniker that they call themselves the Dark
yeah.
Side. They're worthy. They're worthy of that moniker being called the Dark
Well,
Side.
definitely, what's it called?
They,
Could definitely play for the Legion of Boom. Witherspoon. He definitely could have been.
oh,
He definitely could have been a starter opposite of Sherm.
ab-
Now
absolutely,
they got
absolutely.
some hitters. Earl covers a little bit more ground.
Yeah,
Cam was more of a thumper. Cam
Chancellor.
looking to knock you out
Yeah.
on that. But they played a different coverage. This team is more quarters coverage, four across the board. And the other team was
Yeah.
more of a single high safety robber alert coverage where Cam was looking to pick
Right.
off any crossing routes. That's why he was knocking so many tight ends and wide receivers out on that crossing route
Yeah.
because he's looking to rob it. So, but this thing, hey, defensively, hey, congratulations, D-Law. He's like, look, Dallas will always be my home, but I can't get a chip in Dallas. And he goes to Seattle in his first year, he gets a chip. And they leaned on
Chip.
that veteran leadership. Leonard Williams, who came on the show, Ernest Jones IV, Julian, hey, congratulations, guy. Very well-earned victory, very hard-fought victory. Mike McDonald, unbelievable job. Clint Kubiak called a great offensive game. This was a total team effort. And you know
Yeah.
what? Look, they're going to lose some pieces. They're going to lose some, Ocho. But this team,
Yeah.
they're equipped to be here for a minute. Now, injuries are all bets off. All bets off. You lose.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose JSN and you lose a key guy like that offensively. All bets off. But I love the way Mac McDonald in 2 years have built
Yeah.
this team. Give Snyder. Give him credit.
Hey,
Give him credit.
it's not Snyder's the
Yes.
GM, right? He's the GM. Yeah.
And player and yeah.
Hell of a job.
Yep. You remember
Yeah,
in
K9 won it.
21? That was
You heard me? K9 won
Oh,
the
did
MVP.
he? Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. Hey, I thought he was gonna get the record. That holding call, man. Ocho, he might have been over. He'd have been close to Timmy Smith 205.
Yeah, he would have been at 170 something if they didn't have that holding
Okay.
call. Yeah.
So that's Marcus. That'll put him at number 2. Probably Marcus Allen. I think Marcus Allen had 170 something. But man,
Yeah. It was. I mean,
it's the type of game that we
It-
thought it was gonna be, Ocho. We knew it wasn't gonna be up and down.
yeah. I mean, I figured that, but a lot of people were upset. Obviously, me asking the question, what do people think about the first half of the game? They were upset. It's a snooze fest. It's
But
boring.
that was the first
obviously-
time. You remember New England and the Rams was a snooze fest. Where the Pittsburgh and Minnesota was 2-0.
Yeah.
Well, it was 0-0 at the half against I think New England and the Rams back in Atlanta in 2019.
Yeah. I'd rather this tonight as opposed to a team getting blown
Yeah.
out and you sit there through the entirety of the game.
I like that. Yeah. But you never know because the momentum in
Yeah.
this game is so funny. In a regular season game, the momentum just swings and swings and swings. But in a game like this, the momentum only swings once, twice. And then how
That's
much
it.
separation can you get when you have the momentum?
Yeah.
Because the other team's going to get it. And you see Seattle race out 12-0, and they get the touchdown. They get the fumble and go with 19-0. And then what you call them
Yeah.
scores, the next thing you know, they get a touchdown, and then basically the game's over. Yeah, they tack on some cheap
Garbage time.
yardage, Ocho. I mean, you look at Drake
Yeah.
May. If you didn't watch this game, you're like, well, okay, 23 or 43, 295, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But
No. No.
there was some tickets,
No.
them empty calorie yards. They pressured him 6 sacks, 43 minus 43 yards, so they lost 43 yards on those sacks. 2 interceptions, a fumble. So he had a pick that went for a touchdown, and he had another fumble that set up a touchdown.
Fumble that went
But this
for a
defense,
touchdown,
the defense was sensational, and we've seen this defense before. Super Bowl 48, they did this to the Broncos. The Broncos had the number 1 offense. Peyton Manning threw for 55 touchdowns. They averaged 38 points a game. Had 3 receivers go over 1,000 yards. 3 receivers. I mean, 5 different players have at least 10 touchdowns.
Right.
Well, Decker and DT, rest his soul, DT, both had 1,000 yards. Wes Welker had 10 touchdowns. DT, Decker, Julius Thomas had 10 touchdowns, and Noshawn Marino had 10 touchdowns. But the Legion of Boom came out and dominated. It took a Herculean effort. It took Tom Brady. Anybody else, Super Bowl 49, they do that again. But that's Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, a vampire. Man, you better drive a stake through that mofo hard or shoot him with some silver bullets. Because other than that, he's going to tear your ass up.
Hey, in pressure situations, he shows up the biggest.
He's super duper calm. You know what? I would like they should have been measuring him to see how calm he is in those situations. You know how you in pressure situation, heart rate goes up. They have them on runners sometimes, and you see their heart rate goes up 150, 160, 170, 180, 190. I wonder what Tom Brady's heart rate was in situations like that. It'd have been very interesting to see. But man, this was a look, Ocho, I mean, they got 29 points. I can see if the game was like it was in Atlanta, 13-3. That's some bull jive.
Right. Yeah.
But you got two very good defenses. I mean, look, New England, the offense didn't help New England out. All those 3 and outs, and that's what happened with the Broncos. The Broncos just made one fatal mistake. They went for it on 4th down instead of settling for the field goal. It cost them. But the Broncos sacked him 5 times. He was sacked. Think about how many times he turned the ball over against Houston. And they got away from it because CJ said, well, I'm going to one-up you. I ain't finna let you lose this game. Let me help y'all win. Let me throw 4 picks in the first half. But Seattle's defense, man, God almighty, no. They
were good. And people were complaining, the